Hello students, I am Dr. M.R. Banjare, Assistant Professor in English, Government TCL PG College, Jansgir. I have been assigned to make a video lecture on Om Prakash Valmiki's Juthan. This is an autobiography written by notable Dalit writer Om Prakash Valmiki. It is prescribed in the syllabus of Atal Bihari Vajpayee University, Bilaspur, course MA English semester 4th, paper 2nd, and the title of this paper is Diaspora and Dalit Literature. So, in the first volume of my lecture, I will discuss with you about an introduction to Dalit literature, because as the name of this paper is Diaspora and Dalit Literature, and the autobiography Juthan is written by Om Prakash Valmiki, and it belongs to the genre of Dalit literature. So I have given the title of this lecture is Dalit Literature and Introduction. So in this lecture, we'll discuss about the various aspects of Dalit literature. We have to know the meaning of the word Dalit. Then we know about the Dalits. In other words, we can say who are Dalits, what is the traditional meaning of Dalit, what is the new meaning of Dalit, what is Dalit literature, what are the chief characteristics of Dalit literature, what are the scopes of Dalit literature, who are the major Dalit writers, and list of some Dalit autobiographies. So I begin my lecture with this. This is a quotation by Professor Vaman Nimbalkar, where he says, I quote, Dalit literature is a product of Dalit consciousness, dealing with a kind of rejection and acceptance. So if we study Dalit literature, we will find that what is the major subject or what is the major theme of Dalit literature. So according to Professor Vaman Nimbalkar, there we will find a kind of rejection and a kind of acceptance. So what kind of rejection? Dalit literature rejects all the set rules by the Brahminical institutes, and they seek their acceptance in the current of society. So here again we say that Dalit literature represents the collective consciousness of social, political, economic, and racial discrimination suffered by the Dalits for hundreds of years. So this is the main subject matter of Dalit literature. Here we see the collective consciousness of Dalits about their social, political, economic, and racial discrimination. All these are described in their novels, in their poetry, in their plays, and basically in their autobiographies. So this suffering is due to the age-old Varna system envisaged by Manu that created caste-based hierarchy in Hindu society, forcing the lower caste people to undergo humiliation and exploitation at the upper caste hands. So basically, Dalit literature contains seeds of rebellion against these age-old evil practices. But before going to discuss in detail about Dalit literature, we have to know the meaning of the word Dalit. If you go to the etymology of the word Dalit, we will find its root in the Sanskrit word dull, which means broken, downtrodden, or oppressed. So the word Dalit means the people who are broken, who are downtrodden, or who are oppressed. And if you go to know the traditional meaning of the word Dalit, we'll find that in ancient Indian society, Dalits were called Achuts, Panchamas, Atisudras, Avans, Antyojas, Aspris, and Paryas. So these are the words which has been used for a long time for the people who are called Dalit. So Dalit refers to one caste rather than class. It has become a symbol of the people of some caste. It applies to member of those menial castes which had borne the stigma of untouchability, and due to this, they belong to a particular caste. The word Dalit has become an stigma for them, and the word untouchability has been related to this caste of people because of the extreme impurity and pollution connected with their traditional occupation. Because as we see, the traditional occupations of Dalit, they were sweepers, they were bhangis, they were chamars. So their job and their work style separates them with the other society people, other peoples of society. So Dalits are outcast, falling outside the traditional fourfold caste system consisting of the hereditary Brahmin, Kshatri, Vaishya, and Sudra classes. So they are outcast. They don't even come in this Varna system. They don't come in Chaturvarna system. They are known as the Panchamams or the Panchamvarna people. So who are Dalits? If you go to the history, the political history of India, the term Dalit was first used by Jyotiba Rao Phule in the 19th century. In the perspectives of the subjugation faced by the farmer untouchable caste of Hindus. So if you see the political history of India and the social history of India, we find the term first used by Jyotiba Phule for the peoples who belongs to the untouchable caste. All the untouchable peoples, either they are Chamar, either they are Bhangis, either they are Mahar, all come into this caste. Again, those previously known as untouchable, depressed class, and Harijans are today increasingly adopting the term Dalit as a name for themselves. So here the word Dalit has their political approach also. And all the peoples who were previously known as untouchable, depressed class, Harijans, etc., are accepting this term because they find in this term Dalit a kind of revolution, a kind of rejection, a kind of resistance in it. So, what is the new meaning of Dalit? So, after the Dalit consciousness, a word Dalit has gained a new meaning. And what is the new meaning of the word Dalit? Due to the mass awakening and teaching of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, the old definition of the term Dalit underwent change. And now the term Dalit means first, one who bound by the shackles of atrocities and harassment till recently has started rejecting God, soul, religion, reincarnation or rebirth, rituals, miracles, superstitions, etc., to break the hegemony of caste and religion. So the people who like to call themselves as Dalit, they reject all these religious things. And by rejecting these religious things and religious systems, they want to acknowledge them as rebellions because they were made Dalits due to this religious system. Again, one who rejecting soul accepts atheism, scientific objectivity, rationalism, ability to reason, and morality. And these kind of people, these Dalit peoples, they reject the existence of soul and they believe in atheism and scientific development, scientific approach, rationalism, and ability to reason and morality. Again, one who became equipped with knowledge to bring about Samyak revolution and to stop exploitation due to caste, religion, and capitalism. And by other means, his continual progress become his way of life. And these people, the Dalits, they were equipped with the knowledge. And as you know, the most of Dalits have been accepted the Buddhism. So they bring with them the Samyak revolution, the whole revolution to stop exploitation due to caste, religion, and capitalism. So these people are called Dalits who don't accept any kind of discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, or gender. Again, one who accepts the principles of equality, freedom, fraternity, and justice as values in his life. And again, these people, the Dalits, are accepting, or they accept the principles of equality, which is written in the Constitution of India, freedom, fraternity, and justice. So these are the core values on which the Dalits believe. So after knowing about the concepts of Dalits, we have to know the meaning of Dalit literature. So what is Dalit literature? Dalit literature is the transformation from past Dalit consciousness into its present conditions is the source of Dalit literature. So as we have learned that Dalits became conscious, they become conscious of their rights, they become conscious of their duties, and due to this consciousness, they present their conditions in their literature, and this literature become the source of Dalit literature. And this consciousness has been derived from the revolutionary thought of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. All our Dalits get their inspiration from the writings, from the speeches, from the works of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. So, when did writing a Dalit literature begin? If you go to the history of Dalit literature, it is very long, but Dalit literature as a literary movement began after 1967, after the establishment of Dalit Panthers in Maharashtra. Again, according to Tarak Tirth Lakshman Shastri Joshi, I quote, Dalit literature is that literature which in an artistic manner shows the agony of Dalits, their painful perplexity, family deterioration, poverty, humiliation, and impoverished condition. So these are the subject, the theme, the main idea of the literature. What will we find in the literature? So these discriminations are the main topic, the main theme, the main subject, and the resistance against these discriminations are the main source of writing the Dalit literature. So here are the chief characteristics of Dalit literature. First et al., Dalit literature has arisen out of Dalit consciousness dealing with a kind of rejection and an acceptance and is life-oriented literature. So if you go to the history of Dalit literature, you will find that it has origined from Dalit consciousness. And what kind of Dalit consciousness? It is a kind of consciousness in Dalits of their discrimination, their humiliation, and against their discrimination and humiliation, they reject the so-called methods, techniques, rituals, ideals of the society. And it is a life-oriented literature because in this literature, in Dalit literature, the Dalits writes about their own story. Again, Dalit literature raises voice against racism and casteism. As we know that these people, the Dalits, are the victims of caste-based discrimination in the society. So they raises their voice against racism and casteism. Again, Dalit literature very strongly opposes Chaturvarna in Hinduism and accepts man's moral attitudes. Why they oppose the Varna system? Because first at all, they don't found themselves in this Chaturvarna system. They are known as Panchamams or the Panchamvarna people. So if they don't find their own place in these four Varnas, so why should they accept the so-called rituals, ideals, and practices of this Chaturvarna system? The list also depicts the graph of progress of every man. So this is the main subject or the main characteristic of the literature, that they believe in their progress. For the same, it advocates strongly human values such as equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice. As we have already discussed, thus, these people, the Dalits, don't believe in any kind of humiliation or discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, or religion. So, these people believe on the equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice. Dalit literature is a literary posture adopted in a movement initiated by Dr. Ambedkar to remove untouchability. And finally, in Dalit literature, all the inspirations come from the writings, the speeches, and the ideas of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, and they want to adopt the same theory, the same method of struggle and resistance of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Now, what is the scope of Dalit literature? Dear students, you know that it is a very new for you to study because it has recently added in your syllabus, but it has been teaching in the various universities and various autonomous colleges of India and abroad. So let us see the scope of Dalit literature. First at all, the development and growth of Dalit literature is taking place at a rapid pace since last 2 decades. As I have already told to you that it is a new to you But if you see to the last 2 decades of Indian literature, it has acquired its place in the main current of literature. The word Dalit literature will be used as long as in India man will be exploited under the pretext of caste or economic inequality in life or any other means, and as long as Dalitat continued to be in existence. And if you see the future of Dalit literature, we can say that whenever the people will be discriminated on the basis of caste, creed, religion, and their economy, this literature or this kind of literature will develop, because in this kind of literature, there the people rejects the some kind of discriminations, rejections, humiliations in their literature. So, Dalit literature is a form of writing that restrains all exploiters. And if you go to study the works written by Dalit writers, you will find that in all of their writings, the writings of Dalit writers restrains all kind of exploitations. So now Dalit literature of good quality is being written in many Indian languages, and it is also being translated into many Indian and foreign languages. So this is the scope of Dalit literature, that in every Indian languages it has been written, and it has also been translated in the various languages of India and abroad. And as I have told to you that many Indian universities, including our university, Atal Bihari Vajpayee University, Bilaspur, have included Dalit literature as a separate paper in their syllabus of PG courses. So I am going to tell you about some major Dalit writers. The name of major Dalit writers are Professor P. Sona Kamble, Narendra Jadhav, Lakshman Mane, Daya Pawar, Madhav Kundwilkar, Shankar Rao Khairat, Uttam Bandhu Tupe, Nana Saheb Jodge, Keshav Meshram, Rustam Achalkham, Parth Polke, Saran Kumar Limbale, Vasant Moon, ओम प्रकाश वाल्मीकि, लक्ष्मण गायकवाड़, दादा साहेब मोरे, किशोर शांताबाई काले, बी केसर शिवम, जी कल्याण राव, पी शिवाकामी, उर्मिला पवार, बामा, बेबी काम्बले, etc. So these are the major Dalit writers who are writing in the various languages of India, and their works are being translated into other languages of India and the world. And as in our syllabus, Om Prakash Valmiki's Juthan is prescribed, and this is an autobiography. So here some other autobiographies written by major Dalit writers are these. I am going to read out the names of the major Dalit autobiographies written by well-known Dalit writers. So first is P. Sona Kamble's 8वां नीचे, माधव कोंडविलकर मुकाम पोस्ट देवाचे गोठाने, शंकर राव खरास तरल अंतरल, उत्तम बंधु टूपेस, कात्यवारची पोते, नाना साहब जोडगेस हंझर, केशव मेश्राम हकीकत आणि जटायू, रुस्तम अचलखम्स गौकी, पार्थ पोलकेस अब्रहन, दया पवार्स बलूता, ओम प्रकाश वाल्मीकि जुठन, बामस करक्कू, Sangati and Vanammam, Saran Kumar Limbabe's A Karmasi, Naren Jadhav's Outcast, A Memoir, Dada Sahab More's Gabal, G. Kalyan Rao's Untouchable Spring, P. Sivakami's The Grip of Change, Lakshman Mane's Upra, an Outsider, Professor Syamlal's An Untold Story of a Bhangi Vice Chancellor, Lakshman Gaikwad's Uchaliya, Kishore Santabai Kale's Against All Odds, Vasant Mun's Growing Up Untouchables in India, B. Kesar Shiom's The Whole Truth and Nothing But the Truth, Baby Kamble's The Prison We Broke, Urmila Pawar's Aidan, Mohandas Nemisrai's Apne Apne Pinjre. So these are the list of major autobiographies written by Dalit writers. This is the end of my lecture of first volume. In the next lecture, I will discuss in detail about Om Prakash Valmiki's Juthan. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. Thank you again.